Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really astonishing recent event. It's a story that literally started with a simple, almost reflexive kick, and then, in the blink of an eye, escalated into a massive international security probe. We're going to look at how an everyday moment on the job completely collided with the incredibly high-stakes world of global security.
So let's just dive right into it. To truly grasp the gravity of what went down here, we need to set the scene. Imagine you're on a totally regular Tuesday night shift at a busy German airport. You're a bus driver, just driving your routine route out on the tarmac, minding your own business. And then, out of nowhere, the ordinary collides with the extraordinary. Like, what actually happens when a regular airport worker is suddenly face-to-face with a potentially lethal explosive drone?
Section 1. An unlikely hero's pick. We're going to start by zooming in on a single, unnamed individual working at the Leipzig/Halle Airport in Germany. So late on a Tuesday, while on duty in this restricted area of the airport, the bus driver spots a drone. But this thing wasn't soaring high up in the sky. Actually, it was flying dangerously low to the ground. In a split-second decision, relying on just pure gut instinct, the driver lashes out and literally kicks the drone right out of the air. He spotted the threat, took immediate physical action, and sent the device crashing to the pavement. In just a few seconds, the whole thing was grounded.
Section 2. A professional explosive threat.
Now, kicking a drone might sound like a minor scuffle. Something out of a cheesy action movie. But when we zoom out, we find a pretty chilling reality about what that little device was actually carrying. It's a terrifying contrast, really. On one hand, you have a civilian doing their regular logistics job. On the other, you have a highly lethal weapon. And German federal prosecutors confirmed this was absolutely not a toy. It was rigged with professional-grade explosives and a live detonator. So this ordinary worker unknowingly went toe-to-toe with a weapon that was specifically designed for destruction. The stakes here were just incredibly high. Conservative CDU lawmaker Detlef Seif really hit the nail on the head when he briefed journalists about how catastrophic this could have been. He said, "It is possible that his intervention prevented the intended attack." He went on to describe the driver's actions as very daring and courageous, but obviously highly, highly dangerous. I mean, the driver didn't just break a drone. He very likely stopped a calculated, deadly attack dead in its tracks.
Section 3. The critical NATO hub. So, you might be wondering, why on earth was a professional-grade explosive drone flying around this specific airport in the first place? Well, to understand that, we need to look at the strategic geopolitical location of Leipzig/Halle. You see, this isn't just some ordinary regional airstrip. It's a massive, vital artery for global logistics and security. It serves as the main operational base for NATO's Strategic Airlift International Solution, also known as SALIS. They use this exact base to deliver equipment meant to strengthen the defense pact's eastern flank. Plus, it's a major commercial hub for logistics giants like DHL. And, perhaps most crucially, it's a base for Ukrainian Antonov and 124 cargo planes, which happen to be some of the largest freighters in the entire world.
And that brings us to a really specific and honestly alarming detail. According to German media reports, the danger was extremely targeted. That downed explosive drone was discovered way too close to those very same Ukrainian Antonov cargo planes. In fact, right after the incident, police were out there actively collecting evidence near one of those massive planes. So this wasn't just some random flight path. This drone was navigating a restricted space right where vital global cargo operates.
Section 4. Hybrid warfare and investigations.
Okay, let's pull back and look at the absolute widest lens of this incident. The geopolitical fallout and the immediate national security response from the German government. We need to talk about how this fits into the broader concept of hybrid attacks. If you're not familiar, these are incidents of aggression, like sabotage, cyber attacks, or covert operations that fall just short of officially declared acts of war. Now, it's important to mention that German authorities have previously accused Moscow of executing these types of covert hybrid attacks across Europe. However, to be completely impartial here, we must note that Moscow has historically and firmly denied all such accusations. And regarding this specific drum incident, the Russian embassy in Berlin did not respond to media requests for comment. Because the stakes were so severe, and because an explosive device literally breached a NATO logistics hub, this situation was immediately elevated way beyond the local police. Federal prosecutors instantly launched a major counterterrorism probe. They are treating this as a highly serious attack that could have severely impacted both foreign and domestic security. And the response? It went straight to the very top. Chancellor Friedrich Merz held a specific call just to discuss this drone incident.
His office maintained constant contact with Interior Minister Alexander Dobrynaut and other cabinet members, all while the police continued their intense evidence collection out on the tarmac. This just goes to show that a single drone at a logistics hub isn't some localized issue. It's a matter of paramount national security that commands the attention of a nation's highest leaders.
Section 5. Praise and a stern warning. Bringing our focus back down from the highest levels of government to the human level on the tarmac, the aftermath leaves us with a pretty complex official reaction to our driver's heroics. Armin Schuster, the interior minister for the state of Saxony, where the airport is, was definitely quick to praise the driver for his undeniable bravery, but he also offered a really vital, stern warning to the public. He said, "But it's not a model to be emulated. Letting us know would be enough." And the takeaway here is absolutely crucial for everyday safety. Engaging physically with unknown devices, especially those rigged with professional detonators, is incredibly dangerous. It should absolutely be left to the authorities. The driver got lucky, for sure, but this is definitely not standard operating procedure. As the federal counterterrorism probe continues to unravel the origins and the true intentions behind this drone, we're left with a really fascinating thought. Did a split-second kick by an everyday worker prevent a major act of international sabotage? It really makes you wonder just how much geopolitical history might have been altered by a single bus driver simply reacting on a regular Tuesday night shift. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and remember to keep questioning the ordinary events that shape our world.